an understanding that we're all accountable and committed to working to improve the Thunder, and the continued belief that we have to put the organization's needs above all else, even in the most challenging of circumstances.
Sam, just how much contact did you have, I guess, with Kevin or Russell or anyone from the, at least as far as the players wise, before you made this decision?
Well, first and foremost, we wouldn't consult if you're asking me, like, are we consulting the players? No, I think that would be a terribly unfair position to put players in, to ask them to input on or make decisions about staff and personnel. Obviously, you know, they're aware of the decision and have been made aware of the decision, but they're not an active participant in that.
Sam, if you've made this decision now and you say it's not based on the results of this decision, why then wouldn't you have released Scott after last year, before this season started?
Can you say that again? I'm not sure I understand the
Well,
question.
why you're saying that this season, which was injury riddled and all of that, and you don't make the postseason, had nothing to do with the decision you made today. Why then wouldn't you have released Scott after last season, heading into this year?
Sure. Fair question. You know, I think every season's unique for us, and every season you learn something, and we certainly wouldn't have brought Scott back to the organization last season if we didn't have great confidence in him. But obviously, you know, we are constantly looking at how to improve, how to evolve, as I said earlier, and the circumstances surrounding this situation and this period of time are different than what we were facing last year at this time.
What happened from the end of last season to now to make you decide that you needed to go in a different direction?
I think, you know, again, I think what we're really not trying to do is to look necessarily toward the past to set the agenda for the future. I think what we're really trying to do is look at where we want to go and make this a transition and be in a position where we're transitioning during a period of time where we think we can stimulate the program as is and make it about looking forward. So I understand exactly what you're asking. Unfortunately, we can't make decisions based simply on 1 year or 2 years. And in this case, we have to make them based on looking forward, not just next year, but most importantly also the years following as well.
You made the playoffs. Had you made the playoffs, you think you would have come to the same conclusion? And also, when did you start thinking about doing this?
First part of the question, you know, again, it's really hypothetical, but it's not about necessarily last season. It's about us looking forward and really identifying really an opportunity where we feel like we can continue to push the organization ahead. Second question was, when did I start thinking about it? Well, I think you're always evaluating and thinking to yourself, you know, how do we improve and how do we grow, and where are those opportunities as an organization that's focused on building a sustainable team and a great organization. Those are questions you have to ask yourself. But one thing that's really important for us, honestly, Myron, is like when we get to the end of the year and we say like we're going to take some time away to really kind of decompress and let things settle, that's the reason why, so that we're not making quick decisions, or we're ensuring that we're trying to make thoughtful decisions. And I think over the last several days, you know, we really tried to study this in a way that plotted out as many different scenarios, and knowing we had to do what we thought was best for the organization going forward.
Who's we, Sam? When you say we, who's we? Who's in your circle that made this decision or helped you arrive at this decision?
Well, you know, number one, like ultimately the